Alright guys, I'm going to do quick, I'm going to try and show you guys how to run a couple of reports real quick for meaningful use. I think this is really important, and a lot of sites do not realize how close they actually are to meeting meaningful use in multiple different ways, especially for their individual providers. So I'm going to kind of show you a couple of ways to get into those measures. You can go into MUR, and this will take you to different meaningful use reports. There's two versions. There's the meaningful use reports, and then there's the meaningful use quality measures. So let's go into number one. We're going to want 2013, so S113, and that takes us to this list where we have N13P. So I could have just up hat N13P to get there, or I can up hat PL13 to get there. One's a patient list, so I can actually find any individual measure and all the patients that are due for that measure and who we missed, so who haven't had that done, and we can go back and do things like historically. Or I can just kind of get a basic, hey, how are we doing as a provider, and here's your percentages, numerator, denominator. So we'll start with that one first. I'll go M13P, and I'm just going to enter. I'm just going to want a summary for this one. This is just a demo. I'm going to go user defined, and I'm just going to do date range. So you can do B or C here. Let's go with C. I'm going to go T minus 90 to today. I'm going to shut the door because it's a little loud. Hold on. All right, cool. So it's asked me some questions. What I like to do is I'm just trying to get the numbers, so I just enter yes for a lot of this because when you go to submit your paperwork, you're going to want to do this correctly, though. So here is the individual provider, IP. I can go select it and select a couple of providers. I'm just going to go with the individual provider for now. I'm going to pick one, Joshua Samuels. We're going to exclude demo patients. He does not have a pharmacy within 10 miles. I'm just going to enter through this. And then what I'm going to do is when I get down here, I'm going to go semicolon, semicolon, 999. And what this is going to do is consolidate all my information into one quick thing that I can quickly glance at and decide, like, where are we low at, where do we need work, where do we want to concentrate our improvement efforts. All right, so just looking at this real quick, I can see that our lab results, we haven't had lab for the last 2 weeks. They aren't getting entered into our EHR, our PMS, so we want to make sure that starts to happen. I come over here and I'm looking at the smoking status per se. Are we doing that? Yes, at 83%. Our threshold's 50%. Not too bad. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for everybody to see. Okay. So anyways, we can see quite quickly that the provider, what the provider is doing and what they're not doing, and maybe what we need to start to focus on a little bit. So I'm up here in the main part of the menu, 100% for ordering their meds, 88% for maintaining a problem list, and there's the active medication list, 90%, recording vital signs, 95%, smoking status, 83%. There's that clinical summaries that are so hard to get. We're going to want to really tackle this. We have to be above 50%. We're right now currently below, so we need to look at the process. This is process related. Let's come down here a little bit. We'll look at a couple others. Again, patient reminders, it looks like they're getting done. Not too well, though. Patient-specific education could be a little bit higher, 21%. Here is the medication reconciliation. I want that to be above 50%. That's normally just an education. You got to click on this, the MRM or something like that. It's basically you go into medication, med reconciliation for each patient. And so hopefully we can get that going. So next I'm going to kind of show you real quick how to run a patient list. So let's say I want to know who those patients were. So I'm going to go PL13, and I'm going to get into here, and I'm just going to jibber jabber through all this. And I'm going to go try and find that medication reconciliation. There it is. So I'm going to look for number 20, right? Select 20. Now I'm going to go Q for quit. Yes, I want to create a patient list. And then it kind of asks you the same question twice. I always thought this was kind of awkward. So I'm going to select one, quit, And then here's the golden part. Patients who did not meet the medication reconciliation measure. So I'm going to say number 2, right? And I'll just go for a full summary. Again, I'm going to go T minus 90 to today, and I'm just going to individual provider. I'll pick the provider's name. I'm going to exclude demo patients. And what I'm going to do is minimize this. I'm not going to actually print it out because of patient information. But what you'll quickly see here is the patients that need that education done. So now there's actually another video I created for that, but basically you can go into your EHR, you go into your educations, you can even create a pick list. You go down to medications and you can go back and do those. So that's the 2 major lists of meaningful use that you guys are going to want to know how to do and how to run, and kind of keep on top of day in and day out to see if you're making it.